Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to Train Sim World 3, and today is DLC day, and we're going to look at the West Cornwall Steam Railtour, which was released this morning. This is an expansion for the West Cornwall route, if you own that. It's come out this morning, as I said, across all platforms, a couple of hours ago, around 10 AM, and in the UK it is £9.49, so whatever your equivalent currency is to £9.49. Let's jump in and have a look what we've got. So scenarios, this brings with it 5 new scenarios: reliving history, royal service, cooling off steam, old troubles with modern solutions, and arriving home for Christmas. So 5 pretty decent scenarios there. This last one obviously is Christmas themed. I think we might save that for later this year, and we'll run that on a stream. So 5 scenarios. Then if we go back and we have a quick look at the new services, let's just jump into timetable. Firstly, look at this. This is great. If you've got all the different DLCs, these layers are brilliant. So much available now for West Cornwall. We'll go into the Jubilee though, which is what we're here to look at. So first of all, 4 liveries. We've got the Jubilee Black, which we are used to from Spirit of Steam. We then got the Jubilee Crimson, which is the one we'll run this morning. Then the Jubilee Crimson Festive and the Jubilee Black Festive. So I believe these two have just got Christmas lights adorned all over them. So we'll run this one today. So if I just click on that, there are 4 services actually for the Jubilees. 3 of them are shown here. I think today what we'll do is we'll probably run this. We'll run this. Which one shall we run? Let's do this one. Birmingham New Street to Penzance. I think I'm going to change the weather though. Let's do something summer so we can take a good look. And let's get started. So we'll run this service, and what we'll do is we'll have a quick read through the Dovetail Live article as well for this add-on. Then we can get all the detail that we need. So here we are at Truro. We've already got our coaches attached, which is quite nice. Let's just have a look at this. Oh, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? There's a 150 in the other platform. He's going to have to wait. It's very nice. Helps if I don't bang into the wall, doesn't it? Over there we've got a 37 as well, which comes as standard with the West Cornwall route. Sat there with the freight cars, we're ready to go. Let's get inside and then we can be ready just to go. So, let's put the reverser fully forwards. There we go. We'll open both the ejectors. Cylinder cocks are open, that's good. Let's open this window, why not? It's a lovely summer's day. Right, let's close the doors. Hopefully everybody is on board. St. Earth is our first stop, 18 miles. Let's get the brakes off. Just put in a little bit of power. As soon as those brakes are off, we'll roll forward. There we go. Let's check out the name on this one. Kolhapur. I hope I'm saying that right. Excellent. Now I don't know about you guys, but there has been obviously Steam available via the Creators Club for quite some time. A lot of good scenarios on there, but I think it doesn't beat having the real thing as timetabled services and scenarios within the route itself. I've been waiting for this one to come out for quite some time. Really nice, really nice. Thank you, by the way, to Dovetail for supplying the key to this add-on as part of the DTG Ambassador role. big thanks to them. They're allowing me to show this to you. Let's close this. Now we're underway, and the cylinder cocks. Take away all that hissing, and we can start to speed up. There's our guy shoveling away. Once we get up to speed, I will take down the reverser a little bit. Keep the steam in there. We are uphill actually out of this station, 1.2%, so it's quite steep. So the regulator's fully open. Now, the thing is, will I be able to keep to time? That's the trick, isn't it? We're due in at 7:16, so we've got, what, 25 minutes nearly. Picking up speed nicely. Now, you guys know, if you've watched these streams before, in real life I'm not a massive Steam fan, I have to admit. I understand everybody's fascination, but yeah, in real life I've never really been fussed, but actually playing this game gave me a new appreciation. I think it's learning to drive these locos in comparison to, let's say, you know, one of the DMUs or the EMUs that we've got in the game. There's so much to do in a steam train compared to that I kind of got a new fascination for them. So when this pack was being announced, I got quite excited about it because this is perfect for this route. I think they've done a really good job on this. Fits in really nicely. Let me know down in the comments if you're picking this up, or if you have picked this up. I will be interested to know. I know for a lot of you kind of share my original feeling, and Steam is not something that you're quite interested in, all the heritage stuff. But I'm interested to know if you're like me. Has it grown on you since you've been in TSW? Definitely has for me. But anyway, that's enough waffle. I want to get down to the actual article itself, and then we can read all about this officially. So this article is available on the DTG Live website. The Spirit of Steam was one of the highlights for Train Sim World in 2022, bringing this vintage form attraction to the game for the first time. In this latest release by partner program developer Rivet Games, players can enjoy Steam in the preservation era, running an LMS Jubilee on Great Western Rails through to West Cornwall, gleaming in a fresh crimson livery and with up-to-date mainline safety features. That's very true, actually. So this one, and I should switch that on, has got AWS. With a nice little bell there. That's where you reset it. You're gonna, in real life, you have to reach up and give that the palm of your hand as you go over the signals. So yeah, forgot to switch that on, but we're on now. We're safe. We're all safe. Let's go back outside again. Let's have a look. Rail tours continue to be a popular way for people to enjoy Steam in the 21st century, but even during the 1990s, depicted in the West Cornwall local route add-on, both Steam and diesel excursions were arranged, heading down to one of Britain's prime holiday and touring destinations. In Train Sim World 3 West Cornwall Steam Rail Tour, an updated preservation era LMS Jubilee locomotive with a fresh crimson livery, a rake of Mark 1 coaches, embarks on a number of scenarios through the county locally known as Kerno, and on unfamiliar Great Western Rails many miles from its LMS surroundings. It is nice in this crimson. This is very nice. Let's follow it here for a while. Though the class of locomotive remains the same from the 1950s Liverpool crew route, for this latest release, modern safety systems, now required for mainline running, are included to give would-be drivers an authentic challenge different to that of the period set in Spirit of Steam. The addition of this up-to-date, polished and re-liveried version of the LMS Jubilee also allows players to operate Railtour separately across a number of UK routes using Scenario Planner, even if they don't own the West Cornwall route add-on. The locomotive itself comes with both BR Black and LMS Crimson liveries available and a rake of Mark 1 carriages. As part of the pack, a number of unique features will also be included, such as the optional addition of festive lights adorning the locomotive, as often seen on a number of real-life heritage railways throughout the UK, as well as removable headboards. At some point, this one hasn't got a headboard. Can we put one on? What options have we got? Head plate. There we go, look at that! That's pretty neat. The Cornish Riviera Express, that's neat, I quite like that. We're supposed to put the reverser into 25. There we go. Steam's looking good. Let's just get positioned under this bridge. So they're pretty neat, those headboards. Then service layers available for those that own the West Cornwall local route add-on will see this new preservation era LMS Jubilee grace the timetable of West Cornwall local, 4 additional services and 5 distinct scenarios, as we covered at the beginning, will expand the offering of this popular route add-on, with the class 37/5 also making an appearance in some of the services. Those that own West Cornwall Steam Railtour, West Cornwall Local and ScotRail Express Edinburgh Glasgow will also see a Railtour service layer for the recently released Scottish Routes add-on, so that's quite nice. So we've got a Railtour on the Glasgow Edinburgh route as well, which I'll need to check out. The team at Rivet Games have given the West Cornwall route a lick of polish in preparation for this release, with various scenery tweaks including remodelling the iconic Truro Cathedral so you can best enjoy this beautiful part of the world. These changes were already implemented in last week's Edinburgh Glasgow update. So yeah, actually I hope I haven't missed it. I don't think I've missed it yet, but the cathedral just come up on the left hand side. I did notice that during the week when I was just playing on the West Cornwall, just on one of the standard services. So we're uphill again. Let's have a look at the passengers. How many have we got? I hope we've got some passengers, you know. I don't see anybody, do you? Is there anybody on board? Oh, who've we got in first class? Okay, that's a shame. We've not got a soul on board. And actually, should we have a lamp? There we go, we should have a lamp on there. That's better, that's a bit safer. No point us having the safety systems up front if we've no lamp on the back. So, making good progress, 15 miles to set Earth. Now, I don't mind this heritage stuff at all. I quite like the mix we've got in TSW at the moment. I've always liked the West Somerset route, and that's another thing that's not everybody's cup of tea, mainly because of the speed. But that was one of the first places that I ran steam trains. I created a couple of scenarios on the West Somerset using the Jubilee, and I quite enjoyed that. Once again, you know, being able to use Creators Club on some of these routes just gives the routes an added interest rather than just using the standard stock that comes with them. But this I quite like. Let's get down close. 50 miles per hour now and increasing. To make sure I stay under the 60. close the regulator, which helps actually bring the steam back up. You see we've got a full steam, 225. Opportunities for really nice screenshots. Look at this one. Let me take that one. Got photo bombed then by the disused canopy for the platform. The other thing is that driving this train on here, it's actually quite a good challenge, because there's a lot of hill, isn't there? You're constantly up, down, up, down, up, down. So there is a chance that the train can sort of run away with itself. We're back uphill again now, 1.4%. So there is a challenge driving a steam train as opposed to the 150, for example, and being able to maintain the steam pressure. Hope that was. So let's get the regulator fully open again. What other ones do we have actually? We have got the Cornishman. We've just got those two, the Cornishman, the Cornish Riviera Express. I quite like that one, to be honest. I think Rivet's done a good job on this one, to be honest. I'm just sorry there's no passengers. I don't know what's happened to them. Maybe they didn't fancy it, maybe it's too early. It's 7:05 in the morning right now. Although I think most rail fans, if they knew this was leaving, they would have been there quite early, wouldn't they? That's a church on our right. I'm keeping my eye open for the Truro Cathedral. Let's go down to the back. Big trail of steam behind us there. We're at full power. So we go up to 70. We do have a 40 coming up, which I need to keep an eye on. Hopefully we're going to get some passengers at St. Ern. We're not going to stay empty. Right, so we've got this 40 coming up in a mile. We'll start to slow down now, I think. I'll just shut the regulator. Now, before I came on this, I didn't have a practice. I haven't actually run a steam train for quite some time. But I thought I'll just see if I can remember, because there are several different steps, aren't there, to running one of the other locos we got. I think I'm doing it right. I hope so. Let's see if I can manage the brakes. I think the brakes are pretty good on the Jubilee. Let's see if we can get it down to 40. Now, one thing I didn't check is if there are any new tutorials for the Jubilee. I'm assuming it just uses the tutorials that were with the Spirit of Steam, and there isn't a specific one, you know, for this route, because now all the tutorials take place in the training centre, don't they? So I would expect that it's just the original tutorials. I will check that after the video. So this is a 40 zone, going up to 60. Now, is this where the cathedral is? trying to remember. There's a 150 coming past. This is a nice view for everybody living down in that town there. Give everyone an early morning whistle. So what do you think? What do you guys think of the value for this bag? So it's $9.49. It's essentially just a local DLC, isn't it? The only difference is that you've had a Jubilee before in Spirit of Steam, if you own the Spirit of Steam route. So what do you think of this type of DLC, just out of interest? Is this one a thumbs up, or a thumbs down, or a maybe, or a sale item? Pretty good, to be honest. But I do want to see passengers getting on. Just that final bit of immersion. This is a Railtour. You would expect lots and lots of people to be down there waiting for it. Let's open the regulator up. 9.6 to St. Earth. This crimson is very nice, very shiny. Just acknowledge that, AWS. Thundering through. Regulators fully open. That looks pretty neat, doesn't it? You've got to admit. Let me shut the regulator down because we're going to overspeed at any moment. Acknowledge that. Every time that bell goes off, I keep nearly forgetting to acknowledge that. Right, we're at 60, we do have a 70 coming up. But we're on a slight uphill gradient, so I don't need to worry too much. Just over 8 miles till our first stop, and it's not that far actually from St. Earth to Penzance, is it? I'm assuming we just got one stop. Pulling into Penzance platform is going to be quite nice. There's some nice scenery on this route. It's quite nice. Let's just fly by. We do have a 60 coming up. Straight across the crossing here. Let's blow the whistle. Let's stay safe. Very nostalgic, isn't it? Very, very nostalgic. Hopefully, I haven't missed that cathedral, you know. If I have, I bet you guys were shouting at me, "It's there! It's there! It's over on the left!" I spotted it, during the week I spotted it as I was going the other way, on the right hand side. I was pulling out the station, I don't think it was St. Earth. I don't know this area in real life, more's the pity. I am speeding, so let me just put some brake in. But I did notice straight away that the cathedral was put in. I saw it and I thought, that wasn't there last time I played this. And they seem to have made a good job of it. I just hope I could show you. It's just over 5.5 to St. Earth. Now we've got a 50 coming up. I'm going to release the brakes, because we are slightly uphill. Regulator is closed. Open it slightly so we can keep up to speed. Don't go too slow. Even the sound of these running along is very relaxing, isn't it? So other than the cathedral, I'm not sure what other scenery tweaks have been done. I was talking about this last week when I did the Rail Operations Group 37 video on this route. I was looking out for new scenery or scenery tweaks. Haven't seen them apart from the cathedral. I think that's the only thing that's missing from the rivet stuff, is that I would like to see in detail what types of things they've done to a route. Because if they've done something beneficial, I've said this before, they should shout about it and let us all know so that we can enjoy it. But normally, you have to spot these things or rely on a DTG stream to be able to spot these things, to be told, which is a bit of a shame. But not to worry, because we are 4 miles from St. Earth. Making good time. I've loved this trip so far. I've got to tell you. I know I keep going quiet. I keep going quiet because I'm enjoying it. Just listening to the sound of the local. Let's go back inside. There's not a lot to see, is there, from the inside view? Regulator's closed. We've got a 60 coming up. So normally the driver would have his head out like this, wouldn't he? Most of the time. This shield here, I assume, is just to protect him from the wind in his face. Put some brake in. See if we can make this 60. Looking good. 3 miles to St. Earth. So it did say in the article that the 37 takes part in some of this content. So I am assuming that the 37 may shunt around these Mark 1 coaches to get them ready at either end for us to couple up to and get moving in the Jubilee, especially at Penzance where we reach the end. I'm assuming we would go into Penzance station. The 37 would come up behind. We just unhook the Mark 1s. The 37 can move them to a separate platform, and then the Jubilee can just run round onto the back, ready to go the other way. So I'm assuming that is the involvement that the 37's got. Would make sense. Either that or the 08 as well. The 08 wasn't mentioned in the article, but the 08 may also do a similar thing and may shut the coaches. Either way, you know my opinion of the 37. Any more use of the 37 is all good. Right, we're not far now, are we? Coming up. I haven't seen that cathedral, you know. I don't keep talking about it, but I'll be mad if I've missed it. I tell you what, I don't know if real firemen are constantly shuffling like this guy. But that's a long shift doing that, isn't it? If you're doing 8 or 9 hours, probably more, and all you're doing is shoveling, you know, coal like that. That's quite. You've got to be quite energetic to do that. I don't know if any of you are real firemen on any heritage lines, but I mean that's back-breaking work. That. It'll keep you fit. This guy's constantly shoveling it in, keeping it topped up. We're less than a mile now for our first stop. I really do hope some people are getting on. We'll check that out when we get there. We don't want to do, of course, is go sailing through the platform. So I'm going to close the regulator. We have got a slight uphill gradient which will slow us down a little bit, but let's see how we go. It's just around this corner really. I definitely missed that cathedral, didn't I? It is Truro Cathedral, so chances are it was in Truro, which is where we left from. I did too much talking. We'll find it next time. It is definitely there. Well, here we are at St. Earth. We'll just trickle along. Come to hopefully a decent stop. We do have a green light at the end of the platform. Just a little bit more power. So we're slightly late, but we've been enjoying the view. There we go. Right, let's get the doors open. I don't see anybody getting on, do you? But what we'll do is we'll open that. Open that. We shall get this back, the reverser back to 75, ready to go. Let's go have a quick look down what's going on. There's some people waiting here. They don't want to catch this though. Is this more of an expensive ticket than catching the 150? Probably. Can we not tempt you, sir? No, he's folded his arms. He's off for a haircut instead. What about you, madam? Not interested in Steam? Okay. Let's have a look on the screen, actually. What are they waiting for? That's us, Penzance. The next one after that is 7:59 going to Penzance, so... Don't know, they've got a bit of a wait, haven't they? They've got half an hour to wait if they're not getting on. That guy's running away. He's had enough. He doesn't like being spoken to in that manner. And he didn't like the crack about the haircut. But not to worry. Let's get to Penzance. It's 5 miles away. What a lovely sound that is. So, we will close that. We will close that. Then we'll start to get some speed up. So the regulator is around 56. Quite a steep uphill gradient out of St. Perth station. Let's put some more regulator in. Stop shuffling for now. Oh, no, he's back again. Needs to get us up this hill. Picking up speed slowly but surely. We need to make some time up actually because we are due in 1 minute. We're due in 1 minute. So we're not going to do that, are we? So we've upped the regulator. Let's bring this down a little bit. Just need to get over this hill. It's funny because you actually get a better appreciation of the hills in this route, because I didn't realise, you know, driving the 150 and the other, you know, BR Blue diesels that we've got, I never really realised that this hill coming out of St. Erth towards Penzance was this steep. You can actually tell with the physics of the steam engine, you can tell. You have to do a little bit more than normal to get this up the hill. You can see it now actually when you look. You can see the hill right the way to the top. So just got to keep an eye on the steam pressure. The needle's kind of going up and down, but it's more going up than it is down, so that's good. Yeah, because the hill has eased off, look. Hear the rhythm of the loco now has picked up as we get faster. Should get some nice views though coming into Penzance. Let's reduce the reverser down to about 25, which will help keep the steam pressure up. See the needle is rising now down there on the left. The little up triangle is showing that the pressure's building back up. So we've come over the top of that hill and back down again. So we can go up to 70 miles per hour on this stretch. So we'll soon be in Penzance. I have thoroughly enjoyed this run. There was a big flurry, wasn't there, when Spirit of Steam came out. Big anticipation. Everybody was waiting for Steam. And I bet that DLC was probably, I'm going to hazard a guess, I don't know, but I'm going to hazard a guess that that was the most popular DLC for 2022. So much anticipation for that. You can tell that Dovetail were quite proud of that as well, and everything they'd recreated. So, you know, I'm hoping this pack does very well. I'd be interested to know from you guys, did you pick up Spirit of Steam and then play it solid for a while and then move on to other things? I'm always interested to know how you guys play these DLCs. I went through pretty much the whole journey mode for Spirit of Steam, and after that kept dipping back into it. But like I said, I've not run a Steam train now for quite some time, so it was a challenge at first to just quite remember how to get the thing going. But it's surprising. It's like riding a bike, isn't it? But I bet there'll be a few of us though that have to go back and do the tutorial again, unless you've been running Steam the whole time. 2.3 to go. We are very, very close now. You can just see the bay ahead, the coastline. Regulators closed. Let's go under this bridge. Get some brake in. We've got a 50 coming up as we start to slow down. Just be a very easy entry, won't it, into the station. I didn't see anybody getting on though, unfortunately. It's that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? If I'm honest. But I'm assuming that can be tweaked. So the brakes are off. We do have a 15 coming up into the station. It's nearly as big as these houses look. Because the houses are set down below the embankment. This is a very, very nice area of the route, isn't it? I love this coastline. Near the hum of the 37 as we go past. Go through here. We'll just nick through this, underneath this canopy. There's the train wash there on the right hand side. A couple of the scenarios of the original West Cornwall do take you through there, and you can operate those. There are buttons that you can press to operate the wash, which is quite nice. The detergent tells you what stage of a wash you're going through. Let's just fly through. So just a nice slow entry into Penzance. We're running late anyway. We've nobody on board. Nobody's going to be mad at us. The only person that's going to be mad is the station manager. There's something at Penzance waiting to come out, but that's fine. People pay a lot of money for these rail tours, so It's got to be some priority. You can hear a lot of clickety-clack of the rails. Actually, I think that is one of the things that River have improved on over the last couple of weeks. That came out as part of the patch, the improved track noise, track joint noise. You can definitely hear it there at these slow speeds. So we just get to Penzance, we unload the passengers, and that's our service done. So whilst we're on our way in, I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. We'll do some more of these, of course. There's a lot to check out in this pack. But more importantly, if you haven't subscribed, I'd be very grateful if you did. That helps me out enormously. It won't cost you anything, but it helps me a great deal. And don't forget, let me know below what you think of this pack. Are you going to pick it up? Are you going to wait for a few more reviews? Or are you going to wait for a sale? Or are you just not bothering? Is Steam even your thing? Let's have a discussion below. I'd be interested to know how you guys feel about it. That 37 there, I suspect, is waiting for our coaches. I think he will come out and get our coaches once we get into the platform. There's a 150 there in the siding. Let's go to this view. Got to make sure we stop on point for this, because it's the end of the line and you've no second chances with this one. If you spad this one, you're in real trouble. There's a 101 there, just leaving on the left hand side. The 101, actually, I've not driven that for a long time. I'm gonna have to get back in the 101. I actually don't mind it. Looks like we have a black Jubilee, I think, over there, just behind the 08. But that's been put there to put me off as I come into this station. Yeah, there's a black one over there. Come on, keep going. Put a little bit of power on, then we can get inside. Lots of people on the platform here at Penzance. They all want to come and have a look. Probably got little kids on the way to school. Will come running to have a look over this wall once they hear it. So let's just come into a nice stop. There we go. Get the doors unlocked. Let's close that. Let's open that even. Let's open that. It does look very nice, that. Let's take another screenshot of that one. Very nice. Very fitting for this route. Let's lock the doors. And that's it for our service. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, please do give me a like, even though the game has only given me a silver because we were late, which is disappointing. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye for now.